Hi, friends. Chet Gallagher again from Courts Cannot Make Laws, our website, courtscannotmakelaws.com/Tennessee. Where are we now regarding House Bill 1412? Has it really died in committee? Is it hopelessly been removed from the docket of this legislative session? Is there nothing that can be done? Quite the contrary. There are things in place that can be done, although they require a great deal of difficulty on the part of legislators, godly legislators like Mark Pody and May Beavers, who are literally challenging the leadership when they oppose the rules, and what they're doing is really requiring no small risk in terms of their relationship with their fellow legislators. Make no mistake, what's in place when a bill goes to a subcommittee, the role of that subcommittee leadership is to remove as many bills that either are too divisive, in the case of this one, House Bill 1412, preventing the redefinition of marriage in Tennessee, or whether it's too expensive, in this case with this bill, regarding the fiscal note. We'll talk about this outrageous fiscal note that's been attached, or whether there's other strategies rather than making law, which again this bill has, when in fact a lawsuit is going forward and they're looking to the courts again to make law, but courts cannot make laws, so the lawsuit has many reasons where it will probably not succeed in its ultimate goal. And so there's plenty of reason for this bill to be brought to the legislative floor for a vote, to be removed from the committee, as the rules allow for that to be done. Though I will say it's only been attempted 4 times in recent history in Tennessee, and each of those 4 times it has not succeeded because the necessary 2/3 majority has not been available for the legislator bringing his bill for reconsideration out of committee. There's a need for 66 of these 99 legislators, therefore, to pledge beforehand so that Mark Pody, Representative Mark Pody, can see that he has the support to bring this before the floor. Without the support being pledged beforehand, there's little purpose in pursuing this particular, although available and lawful strategy. So we're putting into your hands, each of you, that you'll be able to download from the website, or perhaps you've received an email link or seen this on Facebook, where you can actually take this pledge and get it into the hands of the legislator. And the legislative pledge reads basically as follows. We're actually developing a petition, and all of us that are sending out these pledges are petitioning their legislator for a redress of grievances. That's the First Amendment. That's something that we have, fortunately, the prerogative and privilege to do. And the petitioner's question to the representative in writing will be, will you, representative, and then the name of the representative, pledge your vote of support to recall House Bill 1412 from the Civil Justice Subcommittee in order to bring it before the entire House for consideration? That's the question. If your answer is yes, would you be pledging to vote in favor of Representative Mark Pody's upcoming motion to reconsider House Bill 1412 and to hear arguments presented for its passage? Therefore, your response and answer to this question is either yes or no. And then it says in parentheses, this pledge to vote in favor of recalling House Bill 1412 from the committee to the members of the House is not necessarily a promise to vote in favor of making it law in Tennessee. This first step is just your pledge to allow this bill to be brought to the floor. Why? Because this bill is so important, and the timing and the urgency, as there's an attempt to encroach this wickedness of marriage being redefined as other than one man and one woman. And the need is to act immediately to prevent more and more unlawful marriages in Tennessee, as well as to ensure that we have law in Tennessee to actually go forward with any marriage. So the importance of this bill is far exceeds, and the urgency and the timing of this bill so critical, unlike many other bills that may be presented we want you to understand as the representative that your pledge in favor of this motion is absolutely critical at this time. And then there's a place on this petition for the representative to sign, give his district number and date, and then there's also the name of the petitioner that's making the request. That would be you or I, listener, and the address where you reside, what district you're in. Regarding downloading the petition, one of the things you'll find on there is a place for the petitioner's name and address. And so the petition that is signed will include your name and address, and those petitions then, all of them will be directed to Mark Cody's office. And everyone whose petition is returned will have that information provided to Representative Cody, and he'll be sending you a thank you letter with the results of that petition. There's also a note at the end, an addendum that says, lastly, in addition to voting in favor for the motion to recall House Bill 1412 from the committee to the floor, will you also co-sponsor this bill? Then it's asking for a co-sponsorship. So friends, that's the pledge, and that's basically what we're asking you to consider immediately by phone call, email, visits to the House, to the Assembly, to these legislators to get this petition in their hands so that Representative Cody will know that they have the necessary two-thirds majority in going forward to retrieve this bill that otherwise will remain suspended and dead in the subcommittee. So that's where we are right now with this. I'm going to go ahead and end this recording now and prepare to explain to you in the next recording why it is necessary to understand what the arguments are that are in opposition to this particular strategy and this particular bill, so that you'll have questions anticipated and you'll have the answers to give to those questions when they come up. So that'll be in the next opportunity to speak to you. Again, thanks so much. We bless you in Jesus' name.